Hello students, I am Mrs. Divya Soni from Ma Kalyanika Public School, Pendra. Today we are going to study a nice poem, a very great poem, Ozymandias, which was written by a great poet, P.B. Shelley. Okay, who was Ozymandias? Ozymandias was a king. He was a king, and it was a name given to Ramses II. Okay, and at his time of rule, he has erected many architectural sculptures, and it was a landmark of his rule. So, in this poem, what Shelley has tried to tell us that nothing remains behind in the nature except the art. Howsoever a magnificent or a strong a person may be, or a thing may be, or a place may be, but it doesn't exist always. So it always has an end. So here it is told that only arts remain. Okay, a fine piece of art remain that tells us about that age, that person, everything about that particular time. So let's begin the poem. I met a traveler from an antique land. Antique land means old land. Why he is telling an antique land? Because it was now a lone place where nothing was left behind and all have vanished, and only sand was there with some pieces of architecture. Okay, so it is known as the antique land. We can get information about the ages through sculptures, paintings, and fossils of that age. So here also poet is trying to tell us that only arts remain forever, and we can get information about ages through arts. Okay, I met a traveler. Here the poet is telling that he has met a traveler who has came from an antique land. He has came from an old land where nothing has left behind. Who said, two vast and trunk legs of stone, trunkless leg of stone. That means he has told that two legs, only the lower portion of the legs were there, not the trunk portion. Trunk portion means that is the waist portion, or the above the waist portion it was not there. Only two pieces of legs were there. Okay. Stand in the desert. Where it stands? In the desert area. Near them on the sand. And near that two pieces of legs, what stand? Half sunk. Half sunk means half deep inside the sand. And shattered visage lies. Visage means a face. Visage means a face. Lies whose frown. Frown means with ages it has turned dull. Okay. As in old age, what effect comes on the faces? That wrinkle overcomes, and we can see the old age quite well on anyone's face. Similarly, here it is beautifully mentioned that he is telling about a visage lies. Visage means a face that was half sunk under the sand. Okay. And wrinkled lips. Why wrinkled lips? Because it has turned old. That's why. To indicate that the visage was old, the sculpture was old. It is indicated by the word wrinkled lips. Okay, because wrinkles comes in old age. That's why it is mentioned here, wrinkled lips. And sneer of cold command. Cold command, why cold command? Because the strength gets weakened. Okay, in old age, the strength weakens. So, we can't command it in a loud voice. Okay, that's why it is written that sneer of cold commands. masonry. That means with the help of that sculptor, that piece of architect, we can see how great the rule was, okay, at the time of Shelley, at the time of that king that named Ramses, or which has been named as Ozymandias, okay, which yet survive, stand on these lifeless things. That means that piece of architecture, that piece of sculpture lies still there lifeless. It was having no life there. Then also it was telling the whole story of its age. Okay, the hand that mocked them. Okay, the hand that mocked them means the hand that created them. Okay, the hands that made that sculpture so great, and the heart that felt, and the heart that believed to be proud of that sculpture, that architecture. So it has all gone. Okay, and on the pedestal, pedestal means on the below portion of that sculpture. Okay, these words appear. What words were there? Written there? My name is Ozymandias. Which words were written there? My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. That means he was a great king. He was King of Kings. Okay. Look on my words, a mighty and despair. That means he was trying to tell us that how mighty he was at that time, and no one was able to overrule him. So he was the mightiest king at that time. Okay, nothing beside remains. In this line, the poet is trying to tell us that nothing remains behind in this nature, whether it is a man, whether it is a king, whether it is anything. Okay, nothing remains behind. Everyone has to go from this world, leaving behind all the mighty things, all the rules that a person is possessing. So everyone has to go from this world. Round the decay, that means everyone has to leave the place, okay, of that colossal drag. Colossal drag means that mighty place, okay, boundless and bare. That means that place was unoccupied by anyone at that present time. Okay, and bare means there was no one left behind there in that rule. Okay, the lone means all was alone, no one was there. And level sands stretched far away. That means the thing that was visual, that one can see, was the only thing was the sand that was from horizon to horizon. Okay, that can be seen was the only thing that was seen was sand. Okay, is it clear, students? So let us revise once again. This is a poem about a king named Ozymandias, who was popularly known as Ramses II, and he was a mighty king, and in his rule he has erected many architectural sculptures. Okay, here the poet is telling us, I met a traveler from an antique land. Who met? The poet met a man from the antique land who has told him about the sculptures lying over there. Two vast and trunkless legs of stone. That means only the lower portion of leg was present there. Okay, and by the side of it, a visage. Visage means the face, which indicated that it was an old face. Okay. Legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand, half sunk. Half sunk means which was under the sand, half under the sand. A shattered visage lies, whose front and wrinkled lips. That means it indicates that it was an old sculpture. and sneer of Volcaman tell that its sculpture were those passion dreams. That means it was having some passion there, and it was a mark of passion in that time in which it was erected, which yet survives, stand on these lifeless things. That means it was still there. It was still present there on the lifeless things, because wherever we could see there, all was sand and nothing else. Okay. The hand that mocked them and the heart that felt. That means the hand that built the structure and the heart that felt proud of that structure. And on the pedestal these words appear. That means who has erected that sculpture has written that words. My name is Ozymandias. What it was written? That his name was Ozymandias, who was the king of kings. Look on my words, a mighty and display. That means he was telling himself that he was a mighty king. Okay. Nothing beside remains. Here the poet is trying to tell us that nothing remains behind, and all have to leave this world round the decay of that colossal rag, boundless and pale. And we have to leave, all we have to leave this world. The lone and level sand stretched far away. That means wherever the sight goes, the one thing that was visual was only sand. Hope students, you would have understood the poem quite well. Read the poem once again in your text and you will understand it much better. Thank you, students.